Hey guys, Mr. Tyten here, and today's video is a continuation of my last one as I'll be rewriting Total Drama Action. Now, out of the first 3 seasons of Total Drama, it's pretty much the consensus that Total Drama Action is the weakest of them. And I'd agree, honestly. The worst thing the season did was break up Gwen and Trent through sabotaging Trent's character, but at the same time, that breakup was necessary for a plotline in the following season. And Gwen and Trent, at the very least, made things right and remained friends, so I wouldn't change that. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't change anything until episode 21, Rock and Roll. As much as I love Owen, I wouldn't have him return as a mole here. He already won last season and it felt a little forced to me. Plus it kinda cramps the pre-established merge cast. The dynamic of the final 5 are as follows. Courtney wants to get revenge on Lindsay for taking Duncan to the movies. Lindsay wants to mess with Courtney's head some more via Duncan, which Beth supports. And Duncan and Harold for the time being hate each other. Duncan still wins the guitar challenge. Lindsay still wins the paparazzi challenge. And Courtney still wins the immunity challenge. Courtney gets Duncan to vote for Beth to weaken and get revenge on Lindsay. Harold and Beth vote for Duncan. And Lindsay, instead of accidentally voting for herself, accidentally votes for Beth, eliminating her instead. During their goodbye scene, Lindsay promises to win for the both of them. In Crouching Courtney, Hidden Duncan, yes, that's the alternative title I'm going with. I'll also be altering the titles accordingly to make more sense to the rewrite. Courtney doesn't try to start an alliance with Lindsay due to there being an equal number of boys and girls still in the competition, and they continue their rivalry. The challenge is still boys versus girls, to which Courtney pushes Lindsay similarly to how she did with Beth and Cannon, but without the detail of buddying up to gain her trust. Meanwhile, for Duncan and Harold, due to Owen not being here to sabotage their newly found friendship, they both win the challenge and split the reward. In 2008, A Space Odyssey, when the remaining contestants receive items from home, Lindsay gets a ring pop from Tyler, to which Courtney throws an insult at him, saying something along the lines of,
"That's as good as Tyler can do,"
further motivating Lindsay to take down Courtney. Lindsay and Courtney win the space simulation challenge, to which Courtney chooses the order of Harold, Duncan, Lindsay, and herself on the vomit comet. Harold still crushes Duncan's spider Scruffy during his turn, and Lindsay wins the challenge to stick it to Courtney. Lindsay votes for Courtney. Duncan and Courtney vote for Harold due to him killing Scruffy and Courtney wanting revenge on him for rigging the votes against her in Island, as well as wanting him gone so she can work Duncan. And Harold votes for himself due to being ashamed of crushing Duncan's pet right after they finally became friends. Harold gets eliminated, but due to him and Duncan having a better formed friendship in this canon, Duncan doesn't hold any hard feelings towards Harold other than being sad about Scruffy, and they fist bump on his way out. In Top Dog, Courtney still gives Duncan a 32-page letter about what he has to change, making him exhausted. I feel you, Duncan. For the Animal Buddy Challenge, Duncan still picks the chameleon, Courtney still picks the shark, and Lindsay picks the raccoon due to it reminding her of and bearing a resemblance to Beth. Lindsay wins the challenge and makes it into the final 2. At the final elimination ceremony, Duncan and Courtney vote for each other, and Lindsay votes for Courtney, eliminating her and making Lindsay and Duncan the finalists of Total Drama Action. In Mutiny on the Soundstage, Duncan gets ahead of Lindsay in the final challenge. Lindsay eventually catches up and saves him during the Disaster Movie Challenge. During their race to the Aftermath set, Duncan and Lindsay tie, meaning the winner still has to be determined in the next episode. In Duncan's ending of the Aftermath 4, Who Wants to Pick a Millionaire, Courtney, Harold, Lashana, DJ, Gwen, Jeff, and Bridget vote for Duncan to win. Izzy votes for herself. And Beth, Justin, Heather, Owen, and Trent vote for Lindsay to win, making Duncan the winner of Total Drama Action in his version. As for Lindsay's ending, Courtney, Harold, Gwen, Jeff, and Bridget vote for Duncan. Izzy votes for herself. And Beth, Justin, Lashana, Heather, Owen, DJ, and Trent vote for Lindsay, making her the winner of Total Drama Action in her version. Tyler also congratulates Lindsay on winning, giving him at least a little screen time and dialogue to make up for him not competing this season. And that concludes my rewrite of Total Drama Action.